Snow and ice turning into water and still creating big problems in the form of flooding. The big thaw is becoming a big headache for some that have been already dealing with an intense winter weather situation.
And how's this for a wake-up call? We had hazy conditions to start off the day in the Big Easy. It's the beginning of a wet and gloomy day ahead for much of the South.
And Boston, you've been starting to thaw out, but before you get back to any sense of normalcy, we have to talk about some more winter weather that could have you singing the blues once again. So what will you see and when will you see it? Will you finally break that record? You're tuned to the right place for all the answers as our expert-filled in-depth coverage continues right here, right now on Weather Center Live. And thanks for joining us and continuing to watch the Weather Channel here. I'm Mark Elliott.
And I'm Vivian Brown. Mark, you know, spring break is here for most of us, but not for Mother Nature. She's not taking a break. She's hard at work with a whole lot of rain, keeping it very wet over the deep south.
Yeah, you know, people have been really happy to see these warming temperatures, but they do come at a bit of a price when you get too much melting too fast.
And as you look a little farther north, the wet conditions continue here as well as the big thaw continues. And you're sending us some rather unique snow melt scenarios. Now look at this one from Boston. The air inside still cold enough, well actually outside still cold enough to maintain a shell of ice, but notice how it's melting from the inside out. Wow, that's still very, very amazing.
Yeah, and absolutely. Melting ice and snow, however, posing a flood risk a little bit further south. This is Paintsville, Kentucky. Unfortunately, there is more rain expected for the area today. There's a flood watch in effect from Tuesday afternoon until Wednesday night, and we're going in depth on that big thaw in just a few minutes, but we also want to focus in on the Northeast.
And right in the Northeast, while we talk about the heavy snow melting over the next couple of days because of warmer air, the cold air will return. So Boston and New York, we're talking about more snow for you by the weekend. So let's bring in storm specialist Mike Bettis. Mike, tell us about how this scenario will play out. I mean, this is a lot of water with all of that snow melt and now fresh new snow in the forecast.
It looks like we're going to get a mix of everything as we head through the weekend, Vivian, here across the Northeast. Some of us will get just plain old rain. I think New York, you're probably one of them. Boston, we may go back and forth between multiple precipitation types Friday night, Saturday, as well as Sunday. So let's kind of break it down, what's happening right now, and lay it out for you. We've got snow cover on the ground, and that really is the snow that's assisting the cold. Temperatures, I think today and the last couple days would have been warmer if it hadn't been for the heavy snowpack we've got on the ground right now. 39 right now in Boston. In Burlington, we're at 45 degrees, and in Buffalo, our current temperature at 45. This is a map that's going to kind of put together how the cold air and the precipitation get together. We have moisture highlighted to the south here in the greens and the yellows on the oranges on the map. And then we have the colder air highlighted here below freezing, where you have the purples and the blues on the map. All you have to do is watch for the intersection of those two different color types to find out where you'll have wintry precip. Maybe snow or maybe sleet or maybe freezing rain. Likely happens for us beginning Friday here across the Northeast, gradually taking over by rain, but anywhere you see that intersection there, that's where we could be looking for maybe some snow. Will that include Boston? It is a fine line. Notice Friday night, mostly a rain event highlighted in green. Small areas from, say, Albany to just north of New York City where we've got snow and maybe a little bit of sleet. On Saturday, that area expands slightly across New England, but notice the snow way up here in Maine that really comes down in earnest. I think the temperature's cold enough there, it's just all snow. Going into Saturday night, mostly a rain event for us here in Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island, and then back for you in Boston and Providence to probably some sleet or maybe a little bit of snow. How much do we pick up? Higher amounts outside of Boston and outside of Portland. So this is going to be a close call whether or not we get that 2 inches, which is all we need to break our seasonal snowfall total here in Boston. Time will tell, guys.
So close, and yet it still seems so far from that record.
Just 2 inches, just 2 little inches.
And, you know, back to the southeast now, Louisville, Kentucky, in the midst of a river flood warning as the Ohio River rises well beyond its banks.
And our own meteorologist, Kate Parker, is on the ground and showing us how the city's handling the influx of moisture.
Yeah, you know, here, the thing is in Louisville that they are prepared for this kind of flooding. This is a park that was specifically designed so that when this happened, the Ohio River came up into it, it wouldn't be coming into homes, it wouldn't be coming into businesses. You know, the flood stage is 23 feet. Here on the upper gauge of the Ohio River, here in Louisville, we are at 24 and a half feet, so foot and a half above flood stage. The good news is this was supposed to crest or forecast to crest at 26 feet. So it's a lot better than what was forecast. That being said, the impacts to the city are going to be in the form of cleaning up debris, taking the mud and cleaning it off of the areas and a few of the roadways that it has covered. So we have seen that happen a bit. It's an improving forecast for the river. But let's talk about the other flood threat, because we are under a flood watch as well, and it's because of what's falling out of the sky. You know, it's not just the water that we have, it's that tremendous snowmelt that has caused this river rise. And what we've been left with is just mud, just sloshy mud. So any rain that comes on top of the soil here will not be absorbed. We're going to see potential flood problems in some streams and in some streets, so we're going to be concerned with that moving forward. It's really just the rainfall forecast from here on out. They're going to continue to do their best to help get this river a little lower, and hopefully won't see any problems downstream. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Kate. Of course, that heavy rain does continue in the Louisville area. We've seen almost a third of an inch in just the past hour or so. So rounds of rain coming in not only today, but really through the week. And that's why between the snow melt and the rivers running high from that, and then the rain on top of that, we've got widespread flood watches here over the Ohio River Valley. Here's that heavy rain moving through Louisville. But it's not just Louisville, right? It's been showery on and off in Nashville. Indianapolis are getting into the rain. Cincinnati, that steady rain is moving towards you right now as well. But in Louisville, rain today, a bit of a break midweek before our next round comes in Friday and Saturday. So yes, this moisture's already pumping in from the Gulf. Our one area of low pressure heads towards the mid-Atlantic. Our next one comes in by the end of the week. So this moisture just continues to come on through. In fact, we're seeing thunderstorms approaching New Orleans right now. Further north, light rain overspreading the nation's capital and the I-95 corridor. And today, we'll see those showers moving towards the east. That will only increase for the northeast and I-95 tonight into tomorrow. Viv, over to you.
Well, Mark, let's take I-95 all the way down to Miami, where we'll find fun in the sun. Take a look. Temperatures in the low 80s right now. Everyone's enjoying the beach. And look at the forecast. Looks pretty good. Mid 80s through the rest of the week.
良質熟練の技革新1000年の歴史を持つ文化が最先端の製造技術を使うと待てよあれこれってクライスラー
Reliability is now an American thing. Introducing the all-new Chrysler 200, America's import. Find it at Chrysler.com.
Eligible for Medicare? That's a good thing, but it doesn't cover everything. Only about 80% of your Part B medical expenses. The rest is up to you. So consider an AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance Plan, insured by United Healthcare Insurance Company. Like all standardized Medicare Supplement Insurance plans, they could save you in out-of-pocket medical costs. Call today to request a free decision guide. With these types of plans, you'll be able to visit any doctor or hospital that accepts Medicare patients. Plus, there are no networks and virtually no referrals needed. Join the millions who have already enrolled in the only Medicare supplement insurance plans endorsed by AARP and provided by United Healthcare Insurance Company, which has over 30 years of experience behind it. With all the good years ahead, look for the experience and commitment to go the distance with you. Call now to request your free decision guide.
Hello, America, and good morning. Temperatures this weekend will reach into the 70s.
Today, a mix of clouds and sun. Slight chance of a rain shower. High 85. Winds east-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Tonight, scattered thunderstorms. Low 75. Chance of rain 40%. Wednesday, a stray shower. Here's our 7-day outlook.
This Sunday, extreme weather of biblical proportions.
The gates of hell are opening up, and this is the entry to it.
Top 10 Bible weather, Sunday night at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Let's do this. It's asleep. So let's wake it up with the most important meal of the year. Let's get the right recipe, the right ingredients, right in our budget. Then, let's get out there and cook ourselves up a big old plate of spring. Let's do this. Kill weeds and bugs and get 25% off with Ortho or Roundup. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
Heartburn.
Did someone say burn? Try Alka-Seltzer Relief Chews. They work just as fast and are proven to taste better than Tums Smoothies assorted fruit.
Amazing.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Alka-Seltzer Heartburn Relief Chews. Enjoy the relief.
Whatever their stickers say, they'll all lose suction because their filters clog. But with our sonic tips oscillating at 5,000 hertz, only new Dyson Kinetic Science won't lose suction.
Shopping online is as easy as it gets. Wouldn't it be great if hiring plumbers, carpenters, and even piano tuners were just as simple? Thanks to Angie's List, now it is. Start shopping online from a list of top-rated providers.
Visit angieslist.com today.
Well, for those out and about in the Big Easy today, facing unstable conditions that are prime pretty much for thunderstorms and flash flooding.
Yeah, thunderstorms are rolling in as we speak, and visibility has been a major concern as well. Lots of fog through the day. Meteorologist Mike Seidel in the thick of it with a first-hand look at those bleak conditions.
It's been a foggy and murky morning here in New Orleans, here on the banks of the Mississippi. The main reason is we've got temperatures in the upper 60s going over the river water, which is in the low 40s, and that sets up the advection fog. Now some sunshine coming through the overcast, and you can see how murky it is down here. The fog down close to the ground. You can see the tops of the buildings, but you also notice in the distance, look at that, over the light here, you can see some building cumulus clouds and blue sky back here, and that is a sign of the instability in the atmosphere. And as we heat up the atmosphere and that moisture comes in from the Gulf, we will have rain and some thunderstorms by this afternoon, certainly. Take you back to this morning. Look at the sunrise over the river. This is beautiful, looking over towards the West Bank as it came up an hour later this week versus last week. And look at this, a 5K run. The PIMCO exhibition is in town. It's the largest convention and exhibition conference in the country annually. It's all about laboratory science and instrumentation, and they did their 5K in the fog this morning down here at Waldenberg Park. We'll be here. We've got issues, flash flood watches in New Orleans, southeast Louisiana, central Louisiana until 6 p.m. on Thursday. Some of the rain will come down heavy at times, localized amounts as high as 3 to 5 inches, but a nice recovery from last weekend's temperatures that were chilly. Friday morning, 31 degrees. Only the third morning all winter it dropped 2 or below freezing in the Big Easy. Highs the next 4 to 5 days in the 70s, and we should dry out in time for St. Patty's Day weekend. Back to you.
That's right, Mike. Not as chilly in the New Orleans area, but we do have the wet conditions. In fact, rounds of rain expected for this area, and that's why flood watches have been issued. Right on through Thursday evening, we have the flash flood alert. Here's one reason why, as we have this first little batch that'll be coming in. Look at the darker greens, the reds, and the yellows. That's indicative of heavier rain, embedded stronger storms, all coming in from the southwest side, New Orleans. So, yes, you'll be needing the umbrella. You'll have to dodge the raindrops within the next couple of hours. And we're noticing the stretch of moisture all across northern Mississippi, northern Alabama, into the central eastern parts of Tennessee, and a heavier batch that's solid right along the Ohio River in northern Kentucky and southern Ohio. So this is the area that we will watch today, right out ahead of the surface cold front, but individual areas of low pressure developing along the front. And look at this next batch that'll be coming in late Wednesday into Thursday, spreading even more rain across this region. So this could lead to anywhere from 3 to 5 inches before all is said and done. Again, that moist flow just feeding in from the Gulf of Mexico right into Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. And this is the area, 3 to 5, maybe 5 plus as we take you into late evening on Friday. So New Orleans, this is your forecast right on through the rest of the week, looking at thunderstorms and much of the same up toward the Nashville, Tennessee area as well. Mark?
So much of the southeast, if not the eastern U.S., is dealing with rain, but the Sunshine State seems to be the exception. Spring break is kicking off in a lovely way. How about Daytona Beach, Florida, right? Looks pretty good. Mostly sunny, temperatures in the 80s. No rain there today, so bring the sunscreen. You'll need it. Here's the 5-day forecast. You could see a couple of storms coming into play by Wednesday, but spring is on the way. We are only 10 days away from the new season. We're back after this.
Sometimes, bigger is better. But other times, bigger just gets in the way. At Brother, we know the biggest printer isn't always the best fit for every office. So we've come up with a bigger idea. Don't supersize, optimize. See how we can help you put the right printers in all the right places and help reduce your costs. Now that's big. Brother, at your side. Learn more at don'tsupersizeoptimize.com.
I have the worst cold with this runny nose. I better take something.
Dayquil Cold and Flu doesn't treat your runny nose.
Seriously?
Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold and Cough fights your worst cold symptoms plus your runny nose.
Oh, what a relief it is.
I'm outside. Where are you?
I'm right here. I'm in the Buick.
I don't see a Buick.
Oh, got it.
Encore, the expectation-shattering crossover from Buick.
Wow.
Lease this 2015 Encore with these premium services for 24 months for around $199 per month.
Sweet mother of softness, Charmin.
Take a closer look at Charmin Ultra Soft and you'll love what you see. Not only can you use less, but you can actually see the softness in our comfort cushions.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin Ultra Soft?
So you're saying you're going to give me my credit score for free, right? And then you're going to ask me for my credit card so you can charge me on the down low. 2 weeks later, look, Credit Karma.
Oh, are you talking to websites again?
It's saying free credit score.
Credit Karma? Yeah. It's actually free. Look, you don't have to put in your credit card information. Credit Karma. Really free credit scores. Really free.
Fist bump.
You know those neighbors always making weird inventions out of junk in their garage? We just gave them their own TV show.
Come on, Wind. I think I just made Mother Nature my bitch.
One man's trash?
This is...
I am the luckiest woman in the world because I was one of the first people to sail on Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line's beautiful Grand Celebration, the newest and best cruise to the Bahamas. With 2 fun-filled nights on the ship, a spectacular day in the Bahamas, and prices from just $149, you can get lucky too. Call 800-814-7100. That's 800-814-7100. And let the fun begin.
One look at that Red Baron pizza, and you're gonna love it from the first bite to the last. Because a perfect pizza requires a perfect crust. The sauce commands your attention. The cheese begs you to savor every bite. The pepperoni declares you have reached pizza nirvana. And that last slice?
What's it worth to you?
A perfect crust means a better pizza. Red Baron. Love at first bite. Pick up a pizza you can call your own. Red Baron Singles.
52. That's 800-399-2752. 800-399-2752.
This Sunday, extreme weather of biblical proportions.
The gates of hell are opening up, and this is the entry to it.
Top 10 Bible weather, Sunday night at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Stay tuned for your Local on the 8s, brought to you by Allstate. Are you in good hands?
Dad, like, how many more weeks are you going to be using my car?
Until my insurance claim goes through, this is our car.
Mr. Parker, my parents have...
Allstate.
They have this...
Claim satisfaction guarantee.
Really?
Their claim experience is...
Fast, fair, and hassle-free.
Or they get their, like, money back.
Sarah! Come to prom with me!
No.
Hey, Mr. Parker.
Claim satisfaction guarantee. Just another way Allstate is changing car insurance for good.
Currently in our area, 83 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, a mix of clouds and sun, slight chance of a rain shower. High 85. Winds east-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Tonight, scattered. Wednesday, a stray shower or thunderstorm is possible early. Intervals of clouds and sunshine. High 85. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Thank you for joining us on the Weather Channel as we look out on the city of Portland, Oregon. There you see partly sunny conditions. Actually, not a whole lot of puffy clouds. We have some low stratus clouds, some high stratus clouds in the area. And we're looking at some temperatures in the middle 40s right now. Rain is on the way. In fact, we have rain in the forecast tomorrow and Thursday. More details on the wet weather in the Pacific Northwest. Here's Mark.
Yeah, Viv, things are warming up, but we've also got some rain on the way. So it's a, weigh your options type of thing with this spring thaw going on across the country. In the Pacific Northwest, as you warm up, you also get that moisture moving in. Our jet stream is going up and over the Pacific Northwest. That's why many of you are seeing warmer temperatures. However, the jet stream is also the conveyor belt for our storm system. So although the bulk of this low is going to go into Canada, the tail end of it is going to go in through the Pacific Northwest, bringing those rainfall chances along with it. In fact, by tonight, we really see the precipitation filling in from the coast. Tomorrow, the Washington coastline, but all the way inland, could see some precipitation, and even by tomorrow night, some of the higher elevations could see a little bit of snow. We actually would want more snow. There's been just a terrible snow season for the mountains of Washington, Oregon, and California. Many locations, right about 20% of average. And although we're warming up, we're not going to see that much snow even in the higher elevations. This is a warm system moving on in. Most of us will see less than an inch of rain. A couple areas could see an inch to 2 inches of rain. That being said, we need a lot more than that, especially in the mountains. In Seattle, we're looking at showers to move in late tonight. Then Wednesday will be a soggy day. Temperatures only in the mid to upper 50s. And that's the Seattle area. Portland, we're seeing more of the same rain in both of those cities as we work our way through the next couple of days. Viv, over to you.
All right, thanks, Mark. Well, switching coasts now. In the Boston area, the big thaw is just getting started, but that brings some dangerous conditions after months of snow and ice have built up on buildings around the city. A family there is thankful to be alive after massive blocks came crashing down onto their car just moments after they stepped outside of the car. NECN's Josh Brocadier has the story from Boston.
This is the end of the story, fortunately.
Thank God myself and my daughter was not in that car.
Diane Lawn's 2-week-old car, with only 600 miles on the odometer, did not go out the way it came into the Friend Street parking lot right by the garden. A tow truck, far better than an ambulance.
Incredibly, can you imagine? I mean, we could barely open the doors. I can't imagine if somebody was in there, or even the gentleman who works at the booth. If somebody was even near there, it could have been fatal.
Her car and 3 others were crushed when a massive column of ice gave way as the sun hit the side of the 5-story building about 3 in the afternoon. What have you seen this winter? This has been crazy, obviously.
We've seen ice fall on cars, but not this bad. But, you know,
this is the worst you've seen?
Yeah, bad winter.
For weeks, the attendants at the lot had been worried about the buildup of ice as they parked people's cars. This photo was taken 2 weeks ago, and the ice was never removed until it came down, shattering windshields front and back, and even crushing the entire steering column on this Buick. One nasty side effect of the finally warming weather you may not have considered until now.
I didn't think it would even be warm enough to let that all go, but I guess it's like 40 or 45 degrees, so yeah, it finally let go.
Workers at the lot said they tried to talk to the owners of that building to see if they would clear the roof and end the problem with the ice. Now, we contacted the management company that runs that building, and we did not hear an answer. In Boston, Josh Brogadier, NECN.
Thanks, Josh. And after seeing something like that, I mean, you might want to be ready to hop a flight to some warmer stuff. Spring break, it's time, right?
And heading all the way down south is not a bad idea. As you can see at the Panama City Beach area in Florida, temperatures in the middle 70s. In fact, the perfect temperature, 76 degrees, in my opinion anyway.
I see. And you know what? The beaches are filling up, and for good reason. Spring just a few days away. Spring break is on, but spring starts in 10 days.
There's nothing more romantic than a spontaneous moment, so why pause to take a pill? And why stop what you're doing to find a bathroom? With Cialis for daily use, you don't have to plan around either. It's the only daily tablet approved to treat erectile dysfunction, so you can be ready anytime the moment is right. Plus, Cialis treats the frustrating urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Why pause the moment? Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use. For a free 30-tablet trial, go to Cialis.com.
Do you take your eyes off the road when you get a phone call? Or when you take a turn, does your phone take a fall? Then you need the incredible Clever Grip by Bell & Howell. The new smartphone clip with a super strong grip. No more fumbling for your phone and looking away from the road. Clever Grip holds your phone at eye level without blocking your vision. And the 360-degree pivoting head rotates for easy viewing. Perfect for driving with GPS.
Take next left.
Streaming your music.
Hello?
Or hands-free calling.
I'm using my new Clever Grip.
Clever Grip fits any style air vent, and the spring-loaded clamp holds everything tight, from the smallest flip phones to the largest smartphone. Those other mounts obstruct your vision, are hard to reach, and eventually lose suction. They never hold. But Clever Grip mounts at the perfect height, just like your car's most important gauges. You get a clear view of the road and easy access to all your phone's functions. Even this heavy brick is no match for Clever Grip. It works with your favorite phone cases and those bulky battery packs. It's great for passengers watching videos. And Clever Grip goes from the car to the house. And now you have an instant stand in the palm of your hand. It's the ideal stand for people who travel. It's the portable clip with the amazing grip. Call and order your Clever Grip by Bell & Howell today for just $14.95. Available only through this special TV offer. But wait, if you call right now, we'll give you a second Clever Grip free. Just pay separate processing. Perfect for every driver in the family. We guarantee you'll love it or your money back. So don't delay. Get Clever Grip today.
To get your Clever Grip for only $14.95 and get a second one free, call 1-800-549-0620 or go to buyclevergrip.com. That's 1-800-549-0620. Order yours today.
Thrilled to have Jim Cantore on the show. He's been through like 80 tropical systems.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here. And that's just Sam.
Watch Jim Cantore, Sam Champion, and Jennifer Delgado on AMHQ, weekday mornings at 7.
Currently in our area, 83 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, a mix of clouds and sun. Slight chance of a rain shower. High 85. Winds east-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Tonight, scattered thunderstorms. Low 75. Chance of rain 40%. Wednesday, a stray shower or thunderstorm is possible early. Intervals of clouds and sunshine. High 85. Here's our 7-day outlook.
This Sunday, extreme weather of biblical proportions.
The gates of hell are opening up, and this is the entry to it.
Top 10 Bible weather, Sunday night at 9 on the Weather Channel.
It's amazing out there, and as you can see right here, a thin crust of ice on the Potomac River is finally beginning to break apart. Now, the Washington Post says it's unprecedented in modern times for the Potomac to have ice in March. One sign of this harsh winter so far. Another sign? Well, experts say this extreme winter will impact the city's famous cherry trees, as they won't see peak bloom until April 11th through the 14th, and that's about a week later than usual.
Yeah, bucking the trend a little bit because they had been opening up a little bit earlier each year, but this has been a cold one.
And you gotta love those cherry blossoms in the D.C. area. Hello, and thank you so much for joining us for Weather Center Live. I'm Vivian Brown.
And I'm Mark Elliott. And Viv, pretty much anywhere you look, that big thaw is underway. For some of you, it is good news. It's what you've been waiting on. For others, though, it is turning dangerous, potentially deadly, because of all the melting we have going on.
That is right, Mark, and very true for some states like Kentucky. I mean, last week, some cities were dealing with as much as a foot of snow. But as that snow starts to melt, that creates an even bigger problem, flooding. And now Mark has more details on what's taking place right now with the big thaw.
And thanks, Viv. And, you know, we are watching that temperature change across the country. The big thaw is underway this week. Almost everyone is seeing the warm-up. Now, again, that is causing some problems. Look at how much snow there was on March 6th. All the way down into the southern plains. From Dallas to Paducah and everywhere in between, you were snow covered. But there are some big changes on the way. As we look towards March 8th, only 30.1% coverage, and look how many changes there were. Tennessee, further down towards the south. By today, it's almost all